Hi everybody. So, kind of in the same vein of yesterday, this is about my favorite type of movie, which is horror movies. I've got like a top 10 list. I've got a top 10 of just movies that I find creepy and fascinating, and then if there's those of you that they're just not quite into horror, they don't really like things that are super scary, I've got another top 10 list of horror comedies that I just think are a little lighter weight, you know, if you can't handle the scary, but you like funny. Okay, so first, movies that I just think are really creative and I just really enjoy. And some of them are just old school movies that are pretty awesome. So they're really in no particular order. So first I have High Tension, which is a French language film. It's a really great movie. It's super bloody, and there's a great little plot twist. The Orphanage, which is Spanish, and it's got a creepy element to it, but it's Guillermo del Toro, so it's also got an element of like heart to it, so it's actually kind of touching. The Children, which I believe is a British film, is just real creepy. Kids are creepy, they just are. Hush Hush, Sweet Charlotte, which is Betty Davis and Olivia de Havilland, and it's very atmospheric the way it is. It's very creepy. Poltergeist, one of the first horror movies I probably ever saw, and it's the type of movie that sticks with you once you've seen it. Rosemary's Baby, another classic that will stay with you. Martyrs, which is another French language film, and it's got a lot of slow moments, and then there's a very long torture sequence. It's real hard to sit through, but if you like gory stuff, it's a good one. And a lot of people wouldn't agree with me on this, but I love the remake of Amityville Horror, the one with Ryan Reynolds. It was like, he wasn't funny, he was actually acting, and I really enjoyed that. Nightmare on Elm Street, it can't not be on my list. That movie, because I saw it when I was so young, I was terrified of Freddy Krueger for quite a while. And then finally I have Session 9, which is it's a psychological horror movie. It's real weird and super creepy. So that's my top 10 of just movies I love. Now, for the lighter fare, if you're not super into being creeped out, but you like to laugh and maybe gore doesn't bother you, horror comedies. Right up there is Cabin in the Woods. Some people wouldn't consider it a horror comedy. I do. I thought it was hilarious. Tucker and Dale versus Evil, one of the funniest horror movies ever. A movie called Stitches, which is like an independent horror movie. And it's not good, but it is funny. Otis. Otis is hilarious. I really don't know how to describe it, but you should check it out if you can. Teeth. I don't think Teeth was supposed to be a comedy, but just the premise of it is so hilarious it can't not be a comedy. Drag Me to Hell, I found really funny. It's real gross though. I don't mind blood and gore, but this has like a lot of spit stuff in it, and that's gross. I don't like that, but it is funny. Some people wouldn't consider this a horror movie or a comedy, but I do. It's Hard Candy. It's with Ellen Page and Patrick Wilson. If you're a guy, it's probably not going to be funny at all. It's going to be terrifying. If you're a woman, it's probably going to be hilarious. My mom and I found it hilarious. Also, Scream, I would have to put on this list. Scream is not necessarily scary, but it is funny and clever, so I really enjoyed that movie. And finally, one that I would recommend to anybody who is familiar with the horror genre but doesn't necessarily like to be scared is Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon is fantastic. So maybe those are some movies, if you're not sure if you like this kind of genre, you can kind of get your feet wet with these. Anyway, I think that'll do it. So you got 20 movies that you can kind of test out to see if maybe you like the genre, because some people, when they're younger, they think they don't like it. They get older and they learn that, hey, it's not that bad. All right, 5 minutes. Okay, talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.